white machine which runs 1 pound bags and 5 pound bags. Currently it is on 1 pound bags and I need to run some 5, so we got to change all this over to run 5 pound bags. You have to change the machines over. You go to your breaker box first thing and make sure your switches are off on the machines and do the lockout procedure for your lockout. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is get this out of the way, so I will cut this off right here. That's stuck on there. Sometimes we got to cut it more. It would do better if I had this trash. Okay, I'm going to remove this in order to change it to do 5 pound. So I'm going to take the back seal off and change the former as well and take it off. Okay. So, take this loose. Take the 2 knobs off the top. Loosen them up first. Just they're quite lengthy. Okay, take this off. Take the 1 pound back seal off, and these 2 plugs. This is the 5 pound plug, and this is the 1 pound plug. One of them says poly, and the other says cello. Can't hardly read it, but that's the difference in the 1 pound and the 5 pound. 1 pound is cello, 5 pound is poly. Okay. So we unplug that because we're going to take this off. So we got to unloosen. We got to loosen the Allen screws back here to get it off. Just loosen them. We don't take them all the way out. Has to be pretty tight. The 9/16 inch for this 9/16 bolt, which comes off for the moment to take this off. So we're loosening this and taking this off to change this over, to change the former, in order to change the former. And just set this up there because we'll put it back on in a little bit as soon as we get the other former. And it just slides off the bar. There's a bar that runs across to you. You can't see it, but it's under there. And it just slides off. Okay. Let me do this. Oh yeah. This is how you let this slide. Just letting it down so I can work on it. Make sure it's locked. Find a slot here. There we go. Let's see. Now I'll go down there. Funnel off so I can put the 5 pound funnel on there. So all you do is loosen one side, the right side, or take it off. You gotta take it off. Take that off. See, it just slides off right there on that side. Just when I put that other one on, I'll just slide it under there. 5 pound funnel that we're going to install Make sure you can tell by looking at it when it's straight down. Don't turn it like that or it'll be crooked. But you can pretty much, common sense tells you which side to put it on. And just slide that one in there, see. And then put that there. Put your 1/2-inch bolt back in on this side. Right, this is the 5-pound called former. We took the 1-pound former off and we're putting the 5-pound former on. Okay, before you put this on, make sure your Teflon tape is good and intact because it does wear down and needs change periodically. Make sure this part, that part, is facing toward the back before you get it in there. Put it in the 2 slot holes here. And put these back on. Alright. Make sure they're tight. We have to adjust these too. You'll have to loosen this to adjust this to the proper, for the back seal to hit properly. We're going to have to move this. What I try to do is get this bar, this back seal bar, as close to this as you can without it touching before you tighten it up. This right here. Okay, this is the back part of that former, the lower part that does the, what we call the back seal. This is the back seal. Always check that. If it's holes in it, we replace it, but it's still okay for now. So we're going to install this. Slide it on the bar that's hidden behind here. Slide it all the way over, like that. Then put this part back on. That balances it to the right level. And it goes on that bar too, just like that. And you get this bolt, push this up so you can get to it. Get started. Like that. Then you get a wrench and then at 9 and tighten this all the way. Because this will stay right here. And then get our Allen wrench and get the dust on that. And tighten our Allens. Push this up against the back seal. Tighten it up. Two Allen screws behind this bar that we have to tighten up. So don't forget to tighten both of them. This is the 5-pound. This is 5-pound. So you put it in poly. Push it and lock it. Make sure you lock it in. Just like that. We're going to take the 1-pound jaws off and change it to the 5-pound jaws. These are the jaws. Okay. Take this off. Loosen take all your plugs out. Like that. And they're free. Okay. Alright. There's 4 bolts in the back of each one of these jaws. Take all them off. Well, let's take the blade off first. It has a corrugated blade we had to take off. Take that peg out. Always push that out if it will go. A lot of times that sticks. Can't get it out. Hang on. Sometimes it's necessary that because the bags, when they get hot, they melt a little bit of it in there, and it's got little waxy stuff in there, and it'll make the blade stick. So you may have to pry it out a little, like that, which I already got it loose. See, that's why it's stuck right there. And before you put this back on there, clean it.
What do we clean it with?
Steel wool, whatever you can, screwdriver. All this consists of the end seal. This is the jaws for one side, and this is the jaws for the other side that match up. And this is the knife that we'll be putting in for the jaws. And the parts that go with this blade. And I'll describe how we put these in momentarily. The part here was right here that held that blade in, okay? We got to take this off because it'll be a different, for the 5 pound, it'll be a different way of using it. So take this off. This was for the, I'm going the wrong way. It just screws in. So you have to guess when you put it back in how far down you want it to work. But you learn from experience. Okay. We're going to take these jaws off in order to put the other type jaws on that we just showed. And there's 4 bolts on the back of each one of these that we had to take off. Take them all the way off.
Okay.
Okay. Same principle. Take all 4 bolts out. Alright, we got the last one off. Be careful when you take these out. These things will slide out. This one here is pretty intact, but some of them slide out, so be sure they're in the right. This goes for the 5 pound. Has to go on there. This tells the other side to impulse. Put the electricity through there to seal the bag. So we're going to install this. It goes on the left, this side the deal. I have to find an Allen wrench. My Allen set. This goes on this side of this bar, pretty close to the side. Leave a little room for it to go in. And then tighten that top Allen down on there when you get it in the right spot. Get this thing to cooperate. Get your Allen tightened. Plug this in underneath on this side, behind this bar, into this plug right there. And make sure you lock it in. And it's good. Put these jaws on, and we're going to start by putting the blade on first, because it's easier that way to put the blade on first, then the jaws. And to do that, we use these. And notice there's this upper level on each one of these. That's so the blade will fit in between there. So be sure that you get them turned that way before you install them. Just like that. Okay. Alright, let me install these. Like I said, make sure you got the 2 upper level parts so the blade will fit in there first. And they go. Get your deal out so it can work here. See that hole there is where we're going to put this peg after you get these lined up with that hole. There's a groove right here. Show them that groove. That you have to stick these in there. Just like that, see? It's not hard. And line it up. Alright, see there? Easy. Same principle on the other side. Once again, make sure you get them upper levels together. stick it in the groove. This one's a little tired. So you gotta put it. Try to get it to go. Let's see. Yeah. Why ain't it going in there? There we go. Okay. I got to do the first one. There we go. See there? Now we got that. Now, grab your blade and this. Show these three parts here. All these parts. We're fixing to put all this in there right now. This blade will be like this. Just like that. Okay? Alright. Bring this over here. Right there. Do not lose that little donut. Put this in there like that. Between them deals, see how the blade fits in there? Perfectly. Uh-oh, one more part. This part. Got to have this part. This is the little ring. This little ring goes right in there. But you got to put that in there with it. Okay. See how that goes? Got that. And then you put this in there. To hold the old ring in. The donut.
So can I get a close up before you put it in?
Yeah. Gotta get that to go down. Hang on. There it went. Okay, got that. Now, the other two things go.
What are you putting in there?
See that hole? This supports the blade.
Okay.
Put them in there. See? Gotta get that lined up. Perfect. There it is. Make sure it's in that bottom one too.
Okay, let me get a close up.
Okay, see how, make sure if it's flush like that. Got it good.
Okay, do you do this one?
And then this side. I can't see. There it is. See? This half of the end seal in this bar right here. And all it takes is 4 bolts in the back. 4 short ones. We'll use 4 of these short ones, not all these, just 4. Okay, this size right here. You line it up. And you'll see there's 4 holes in the back here. Find it. So you gotta close down to it. There we go. Once you get one started, it'll match up. This part all tightened up, we're going to put these in. It don't matter which wire you put them on. Just make sure that they're good and together in the Scotch lock. Put this one on there. Tighten it up good. If it will. And then this one, same way. Like that. Okay, ready? These jaws, the top, there's a bottom one that looks just like this one, but this says top. And when you put this top one on, hang on, put the long, there's a little bit longer, 3/4 inch screws go in there, and this size goes on the bottom. And the long ones go on the top. And when you're changing this over, where it says heat, poly, cello, we're changing it to poly. Or 5 pound. We could put 5 pound, 1 pound there, low tag if you don't do it later on. But always be sure and change that over. See, the switch goes both ways. Change it. It goes to poly because we're doing 5 pound. We're changing the stroke because this is still the 1 pound film, which we have not taken off yet. But just to let you know, these eye marks, see, from there to there, this is the 1 pound distance that it needs. When I put the 5 pound film on, it'll go a little further, like right about there. Therefore, the machine has to be adjusted where the stroke is longer to catch the eye mark in the right spot. This is where we get inside to change the stroke. Just lift this up, it comes off easily. And then here's the bar that it's right about where we need it. And we're going to loosen this bolt and screw that one in to bring this out to make the stroke longer. That's what we're going to do. Our bar where we want it, halfway up. We want this halfway up. When we turn this drive switch right here on, this moves it all the way up and all the way down. It'll go up to about there and all the way down. So as it's coming up, we stop it at the halfway point. Therefore, our bar will be where we need it. To set this stroke, first thing you do is when you get in here is loosen this nut right here. We don't take it off, we just loosen it. So it's pretty loose. We gotta get it pretty loose. Just about like that. Okay. Now we get this Allen that we got specially made that fits right there. And if you turn this inward, which we want to do, it brings the stroke. This part will come out this way. So that's what we gotta do. And when we're doing that, we bring it all the way out. On the 1 pound, we have to just kind of get on the other way. I think I got it going the wrong way. Be sure to remember to tighten that back up once you get your stroke all the way out.
Okay.
Tighten it up. Go back on the back. Just slide it on. Okay, now we're going to change this because this is still the 1 pound film. We took it off the bar. Now we got to take this off. We loosen these Allens right here. Just get it off. Both sides, because we'll have to change the distance too. So loosen these all the way so you can slide it off like that. And then this slides out. There we go. We're ready to put our 5 pound film on. And in order to get it correct, when we get around there to put it on, you don't want to be off on that because it's trouble. This knobby part, make sure the film's coming over the top first of all. Over the top this way. And then this is on the right side of you. Then you can put it in this side. And loosen this because we got to make it wider. Because this is a bigger film than we just took off. Got it marked there.
Show us the mark.
Put it pretty close to where we need to be. Alright. tighten down one side real good, this side. Make sure it's tight. Alright. This one. When it's kind of staying a little bit, get a hammer. We have to do this or it'll tighten it up. Get it a little bit on both sides. Should be good. Tighten this good. Very good. That one's pretty heavy, ain't it?
Oh, hey.
See how that is? All right. Okay, we're going to change this so we can set our weight. We've got to take the funnel off. So you loosen the back screw and just pull it straight up and off. Alright, we're going to change the cup size from 1 pound to 5 pound. These were the 1 pound that we used in that plate. Of course, we always use that plate. But these cups generally takes care of all the 1 pound stuff that we do. And this comes off. This is the top. Now, we got to decide which size cups we need, which I know, but these are the cups. All right, you want to come over here
I got it.
and see all the cups. We got the 11s, which I'm thinking that's what I'm going to use. We're going to use 11 and 38. We're going to try 11 and 38, okay?
Okay.
All right.
So it might be different for different seeds
Yes.
because
right.
of the different weights and densities, correct?
And the volume of the seed,
All right.
the density of them. They just, like, we got that 5 pound merit. It won't run in the machine. That's why I remember I was telling you on the computer where it says branch hand way. Can't run it through the machine. They have to do their own. 5 pound bags of seed. This is pre-weighed on the hand weigh machine, so it's exactly 5 pounds. And what we're going to do is make sure that it levels off the top of this cup when we pour this in. Not good enough. Right, we need to go a little bit more. I hope this thing works good. We got a electronic more or less button. More means we need to go down to add. See how it's a little bit above? Because if I weighed the machine, started weighing it, that'd be a little bit light. It probably won't be, but the way this thing goes. I guess it's moving. I always like to do it myself. You can turn that thing down there. We're going to leave that right there. We're going to say that's good. It's set good now. So we're going to get ready to pour the rest of our seed in. So we got to get this part ready. So we put our brush in, keeps the seed from flying out all over the top and everything. Put that on, then we put our funnel under there on this sheet here, like that, and try to make it pretty flush and tighten the screw in the back. And it's good to go. We got this plate that goes in this slot here for may emergency. You need to stop the seed from flowing, or your weight's not exactly right. You can push that in there, make sure it's all the way in, and then you can work with whatever you need to correct. We're going to thread our 5-pound film on the machine, starting by putting it through this double bar. The end, I got the end here with a little bit of slack. Go through the double bar. Ready?
Yep.
And we're going to go back down through this other double bar this way. Like that. To our double bar on the bottom. Come back through it. Like that. And come under it. Like this. There we go. We got it through both our double bars now. We're over the top of this one, or under it. Like that. So we got to go up to this bar, the middle bar. And going back to our printer. So we stick it over that bar that holds the printer pad. Over this printer bar here. Make sure it's in between the printer pad and our printer itself. And then we're taking it underneath the back bar. And we're going over the top. And we'll go back to the front of the machine now. Toward the top of the machine, going over the back bar, going toward the front of the machine, and we go over that top bar at the front of the machine toward the big black bar, like that. To this bar, we're going under it and go to the top of the former. Stick it down through the center of the former, like that. And then pull our film through, like that. And down to the front part of the seal. Ready to run our seed. We got everything set. So we turn the pump on, the drive on, and on the upstroke of this operation manual. Turn it that way. We get our bags sealing properly. Watch this.
you can see, our first couple of bags are 1.5 ounces to 2 ounces over.
Bags are a little heavy, which is okay, but I don't like it and the boss won't like it. But we're going to adjust it so we can bring our weight down a little bit. And we got our weight adjustment right here. We don't have to go up there more or less, and we want to go a little bit less. So we turn this to that side, and it brings the cup up. Therefore, taking some of the weight off. Sometimes that sticks. Play with it. But it works good. The first bag won't be hard dry. Going up. Let's seal pretty good.
And after the adjustment to the machine,